Calm and centered for a peaceful mind, meditation and relaxation. The transformational power of meditation is an ancient practice. People have been doing it for hundreds and thousands of years. It calms the mind, soothes the body, and awakens the spirit. Welcome to Senior Insights. My name is Cynthia. This is the third and last, I hope, series in exploring how to become calm and centered for a peaceful mind. We're striving to figure out how we can reach a peaceful mind. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about the benefits of meditation, and there are many benefits of meditation. One of them is it decreases stress and increases your focus. Now, one thing that I didn't mention is you only achieve these benefits if you're consistent. In other words, if you do meditation today because you like this video and you thought it sounded cool, that would be wonderful, but it's not going to decrease your stress. You need to be consistent. We'll talk about that later. It decreases your risk of heart disease. How nice is that? It improves your sleep by decreasing stress and promoting relaxation. We should be sleeping really good with all the things we've talked about. Aromatherapy, meditation, spraying your pillow with lavender. We should be sleeping really well. And I bet there's people here that are not sleeping. Consistent meditation can strengthen your immune system. It increases antibody production. It can also help in your perception of chronic by increasing your pain tolerance, actually, and how your emotions and how you react to it. We're all different in the way we experience pain. Some have severe pain, some have chronic pain. Someone would rate one type of pain as a 10, and someone else would say, it's only a 2. So we're all different. We all perceive these things different. But if you consistently, hi sweetheart, if you consistently meditate, it can have an effect on your pain. So those are the physical benefits. Let's talk about the emotional and some of the health benefits. We keep talking about it decreases stress and anxiety by the production of stress hormones like cortisol, which decrease the anxiety and stress. I think it's always helpful to know how it actually works because it's easy to say it decreases stress and anxiety. Well, how does it do that? Well, it increases the cortisol, which decreases anxiety and stress. It also improves our mood because remember those reward centers in the brain that release dopamine and serotonin? Well, the same thing happens when you meditate. Those elevate your mood and decrease depression. This one is really important in my opinion, and I highlighted it in my notes because I think this is one of the things that we're trying to achieve. It increases your focus and your concentration by actually training your mind to be present and aware. I have a real problem with this. If you watch one of my prayer videos, my mind is going constantly. I sit and I try and pray to God, and my mind just goes crazy. I don't know. Maybe that's praying to God, but I feel like my mind is always going, and I feel like it's a problem. So it helps us to be more self-aware by being more able to tune into our thoughts and our emotional behavior. So because we're more aware of what's going on in our mind, we can be more aware of what's going on in our behaviors and how we're dealing with our emotions. Some of the cognitive benefits. Now, this is another one that I highlighted. This alone to me, I got really excited when I was doing the research on this because I said, wow, this is the answer to everything that we've been looking for. It improves your memory. So the cognitive benefit, for elderly people who are concerned, that's one of our biggest fears, is that we'll lose our mind. We'll start to forget things. We won't remember who our children are. We won't remember what a refrigerator is. This meditation, consistent meditation, improves your memory and actually increases the growth of neurons in your brain. It increases your gray matter in the areas that are associated with attention, emotion regulation, and memory. I think that's really a biggie and one that should be considered when considering doing consistent meditation. This is how it works. It's been shown to increase, I have to read it, telomerase activity. It is an enzyme that protects the cells against aging. So meditation stimulates telomerase activity, which protects the cells against aging, cellular aging. It also helps with cellular health. It helps with your overall health, and it has some effect on your DNA, and DNA is way too complex for me. I don't know an awful lot about it. But my summary of the cognitive benefits, in my opinion, it's kind of mind-blowing. It says to me that this is the answer that we've been looking for. The question is, are we willing to do these things? It also has spiritual and social benefits. It increases your compassion and your empathy. It supports your personal growth. You're more willing to try different things. You're more willing, you're more open. It helps you towards self-actualization, to understanding yourself, knowing yourself, realizing what your motivations are, feel more connected to others. Here's my crinkly. And I guess we just have to accept the fact that research has shown that meditation does reduce stress. Exercise and physical activity reduces stress. Healthy diet reduces stress, and getting enough sleep. So I'm just going to go over, and this is once again someone who is not an expert telling you an example of the steps that you would go through to meditate. So first, you have to prepare. First, you have to make a commitment that you want to meditate. You have to find a space that's comfortable for you, and set it up. You can sit on the floor, you can sit on the couch, you can sit on a chair, you can sit in your wheelchair if you're wheelchair bound, you can sit in your bed. You can do it any place that you are comfortable. You don't have to be one of those yogis that are, sitting on the floor with their legs in a certain position. And you could throw a little aromatherapy in here if you wanted to. A lot of people do. It kind of reminds me of, when we were talking about the gratitude journal, setting up a space, putting on some soft, relaxing music. You don't want to do that with meditation, but setting up your essential oil for relaxation and calming, and then get into your meditating. So the second step, because the preparation and the commitment is the first step, is you just sit there and you relax for 5 to 10 minutes. You take in deep breaths through your nose and out your mouth for 5 or 10 minutes. If you take a really deep breath right now, you can feel your body relaxing. Let's try it together. Keep your lips pursed, hold it for 3 to 5 seconds, and then let it go. But actually feel the air coming in through your nose and out through your mouth. Like I said, you can feel it right away if you did that with me. Let's do it one more time so I can prove that I'm right. Take a deep breath, hold it for 3 to 5 seconds, or as long as you can, and then release it through pursed lips. Can you feel that relaxation? I can feel it way down in my stomach. Imagine if you did that consistently for 5 or 10 minutes, you would get into a relaxed state. I'm convinced of it. When your mind starts to wander, you pull it back and you pay attention to your breathing. You just don't allow that random thought. Just toss it away and continue with your breathing and paying attention to your breathing. You can also use what they call as a mantra or an anchor. If your mind wanders, try using, a lot of people go, You can feel your tongue vibrating when you do that. Or some other thing, like you can say, I am calm, in your mind. I am telling you, right as I'm doing this and I'm in front of a camera, I can feel myself relaxing and becoming more calm. So as you're doing that, then you're going to try and expand your awareness to include your body. And you start from your toe up to your head and just kind of pay attention. Try to make sure those areas are relaxed. Notice your sensations and your feelings or your thoughts without judgment. Cultivate kindness and compassion towards yourself and others. Those are the kind of thoughts that are allowed. So now we've been doing this for 15, 20 minutes. So now we're going to gradually start to open our eyes and continue with the deep breathing. You're going to pay attention to how you feel, and you're going to pay attention to how you feel before you get up, and you're going to make it a habit. You're going to commit to it every single day. Write in your gratitude journal or your other journal how you actually felt and how effective it was. So some of the suggestions that I would have is start small. You don't have to do it for half an hour the first time. Just start small. Do a little research yourself. Figure out you can do guided meditation, which is a meditation that somebody talks you through it and suggests what to do in a very calm and relaxing manner. So you can hear that. I mean, they used to have tapes and CDs. Now you have to go on YouTube or someplace to hear those things. But they're very helpful. Experiment with different types of meditation. There's all different kinds. Like I said, there's transcendental meditation, which actually people who teach that need to be certified. That's a requirement of that method of transcendental meditation. And that's what I used to do, where I thought I could levitate. And I think that that's what people who can, there are people who can levitate by controlling their mind. There's another form of meditation called thankfulness and loving and kindness. So you can practice that kind of meditation. You can try one every day until you figure out which one works for you. And then you make it a ritual. You make it a ritual and you stick with it. And you will reap the benefits. You will decrease. The biggest one for me is decreasing your memory loss, increasing or decreasing the loss of cells by increasing that enzyme that protects them. I think those are really big benefits. And the other thing that I noticed while I was doing this, when I was taking the deep breaths, I am convinced that if you do it, that it will work. Try it. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments if you meditate, if I told you anything incorrectly, how you meditate, if you like it, if it's worth it, if you want to try it. Just share what you think. So anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and please subscribe.